A GMA Health Alert. It's on how the power of friendship could boost your medical recovery. ABC's Paula Ferris sat down with one woman who says her friends kept her alive when she was waiting for a new heart.
Amy Silverstein's failing heart had her counting down the days until her suffering would end.
I had a big number up on the wall, 6 days, 5 days, 4 days. I wanted everyone to know.
Luckily, her deadline came and went thanks to a brand new heart and an unexpected source of healing, the power of friendship. And now, in Silverstein's new memoir, My Glory Was I Had Such Friends, she explains how 9 of her closest friends saved her life while she waited for a heart transplant, flying across the country to her California hospital room, caring for her, laughing with her, even divvying up time on a spreadsheet, making sure she never spent a moment alone.
You guys were willing to do pretty much anything to get her through it, rubbing her feet, rubbing her back, massaging her, setting up little spas right there in the hospital room.
Yes, we improvise. And it's a gift for us in a certain way to be able to show up for her.
Did you think that there was a point that she wasn't going to get a heart and you were going to have to say goodbye to your friend?
That was a very real possibility.
Yeah, absolutely had to reckon with the possibility that we were leaving and we might not see Amy and it might not come through.
Amy was 50 years old at the time of the transplant in 2014, but this wasn't the first time her heart had failed her.
You had your first heart transplant at 25.
Well, it came on very suddenly. I was in law school, and I found it hard to walk to class. And went to the doctor, and they found out I was in heart failure. The doctor said that after the transplant, if I got an organ, I would live maybe 10 years at best.
But 10 years passed and then 20. Amy surpassed all odds by living with her first donor heart for 26 years. And now another 3 with her second donor heart.
Hi everyone, lap 2.
Able to walk down the hospital hallway just 1 day after surgery.
We were at a gathering about a year after this heart transplant, and I looked over and saw Amy dancing with like so much color in her face. It stopped me in my tracks and I started to cry. We never could have imagined that she would feel that good, look that good, and be the healthiest she'd been in her entire life.
Amy says of all of her hearts, this one is different.
I was told that this young girl, who I know nothing really about, but she was an athlete, and she makes me want to run, and I can feel her as I run.
She gave you new life.
She gave me new life. I mean, not just life, but new life. Life I never imagined that I would ever feel this well.
For Good Morning America, Paula Ferris, ABC News, New York.
Thanks to Paul with that. Here with our senior medical contributor, Dr. Jen Ashton. What a feel-good story right there. And the medical benefits behind friendship are real.
Yeah, this isn't just touchy-feely fluff. Data supports that people who have strong social connectiveness, they do better, whether that's hands-on healing, hugging, hand-holding, or just being present with someone. It makes a big difference.
So many people don't know how to approach someone who's, what do you suggest to a friend who wants to help?
I mean, I think the first key for the person providing that support is don't feel like you have to be on all the time. Sometimes the best support you can give is just sitting with the person. I think you should be, creative, think outside the box, if you will. Maybe it's bringing a tailgate party inside or bringing a spa inside to someone. And then, of course, if you're really at a loss, ask the hospital social workers or licensed clinical social workers how to support someone. This is what they do professionally for a living, so they're a great resource.
Also hard for a lot of patients to accept or ask for help.
Oh, it's so hard. And if you're the one receiving that help, I think there are a couple of guidelines. First of all, your rest is key. So, you have to remember that when you're getting these visitors, if you're tired, you need to say, look, I need to shut my eyes for a little bit. You have to feed your body as well as your spirit and your soul. So when you're visiting with someone and talking, you can literally forget to eat, and that's really important. And lastly, don't be afraid to speak up. If you're the one receiving the support, don't feel like you can't say, I know you're trying to help, but this is what I need. It's really the communication. It's a two-way path, but it's so important, and that was an amazing example of it.
It sure was. Jen Ashton, thanks very much.
You bet.